We wake up this morning as Bitcoin and crypto holders looking at over $1 trillion being wiped off of the market cap. Is this the bear market? We're also looking at a recessionary pullback now in correction territory on the NASDAQ as gold prices are up. I thought we were digital gold. What the hell's going on? Today's a very important day. March 10th. I've talked about it on the show before. We're going to be diving into exactly what's going down at the Treasury as well, and all of our favorite projects here, and how I'm consolidating and have been consolidating for months to make sure that we don't get wrecked holding these damn meme coins that, by and large, what you're looking at on CoinMarketCap, not every single one of these coins is coming back. That is where the max pain will be, holding these damn things as the rest of the market starts to wake up. Welcome onto the blockchain basement. I am your humble host / servant, the Druth. Got Isaac on the sticks.
Good morning, everybody.
How you doing, dude?
I'm doing pretty good. As you know, we had the, what's it called? Daylight savings. So
I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it either, but that messed me up this morning. But we're good. We have a lot of stuff to cover today.
I got jacked up because I was having a fever dream. I had a dream.
Are you going to explain it?
I'm okay. Should I?
I mean,
just sum this dream up. No, just sum this dream up. It ended with me looking down the barrel of a M1 Garand being held by my non-known Nazi grandmother.
Yes.
And she's pulling the trigger, but they're blanks. That's how my dream went. I had a fever dream. It was a little crazy here. Make sure you're following me for all the extra chaos at Druth Crypto right here on X, which is indeed down right now. Let's have a look at this. This is Down Detector. Checking it out here. Looks like X is still down. So that is a thing. Also, shout out to everyone that's following us on YouTube. We're glad we're on YouTube. We can still share the word out here.
Indeed.
Share the stream yourself. Help us out here. We're at 75,400 subscribers as of right now. DST got me pumped. What is that?
I don't know.
What is that? Oh, Crypto Stevo. What is that? And also, good morning to everyone. Shake and Bake. Johnny December, the question itself. Edward Middleton, Stevie Crypto, Jose Casillas. Is that how you say that? Did I screw that up?
Which one?
Casillas.
Oh, no, you're good.
John Boy, Era Boss, J Champ. What is up, everybody? Now, let's get into it. Quick glance at Bitcoin dominance right now. Not too scary. Not too scary. Actually, the bodies of these candles are on their way down, so I'm liking seeing this, right? Also, Bitcoin in and of itself, we had a sell-off, okay? I don't know, what the hell is this line that it sold down to? When did I draw this line? Let's go back. Let's go a little bit here. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
You did that a while back.
Yeah. Maybe this actually is our hold spot here. I don't know. I mean, it's looking scary. But if we go to the CME gap, look at this. We got CME gap. It's been filled about halfway up to $84,280. The CME gap goes all the way on up to $86,000 flat, basically, to the upside.
Pretty much $5 off.
So there's some hopium straight to the veins. And also, I'm going to get some more hopium straight to the veins right now because, by God, the crypto markets need it. We only have sell-offs now. The sentiment on crypto is actually just as bad as it was after the FTX collapse and after the, COVID collapse. Let's look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. Fear is at the same levels we saw during COVID-19 crash in 2022 bottom. All of this while the U.S. announces a Bitcoin reserve. People are just so they're so over expectant for things to start happening immediately.
Yeah.
And then they don't hear out of Trump's mouth, I'm buying 200,000 Bitcoin today. So then the sadness takes in. And honestly, I'm a major buyer at these levels. I am a major buyer at these levels. Call me chaos. My wife thinks I'm crazy. But you know what? It just is the time where I can add to the positions at cheap prices. I don't have that. You've seen me when we're at these max greed levels. I really have a hard time talking about, go chase that green candle here. That does make it kind of difficult.
Yeah.
To talk to people. They're finding their favorite new cool tech projects. They're trying to convince me to shill some giant green candle because of the tech and stuff like that. That's where it gets aggravating for me as a creator. And right now I'm feeling great. So if this is your first cycle, usually when you have fear at the levels that it is right now, that's when you buy. Doobie-doo, Flatulence wants a hoodie. Flatulence? on X. I
Interesting.
can't pull up the X account. Me, Flatulence, and then what's that? Meme Ticks.
Meme ticks. Yeah, I see
Meme
a
Ticks. We have a thing going on right now.
I saw it on your. You posted a good night with meme ticks last
Well,
night.
I keep
so,
stealing
yeah.
his memes. That's our thing. Is I steal everything that he puts on my profile
Oh, okay.
outwardly, and I call it taxing. I am taxing him every single meme that he drops in this. Did you just see that? I don't know what you're talking about. Glutton for punishment, my wife calls me. That's true. That was a glitch. All right, so now let's look into the cryptocurrency markets, see where everything is at right now.
Yay.
Barely hanging on $80,000. Who's the biggest loser? Mantle is actually on the upside, Movement on the upside, and Athena on the upside. When I talk about like memes going to die, these ones are probably going to keep living. Shib and Pepe. But if you look at like the biggest losers over the past like 90 days,
Yeah.
it's the whole meme coin super cycle thing.
Well, that
And
was
shout
kind
out
of
to
an
me for
obvious-
fading it, right?
Good
There's a
job.
lot of pressure to just go get 10,000 likes by shilling the meme coin super cycle for sure. I could blow up as an account by doing
if you
that.
wanted to.
Yeah. But then the account blows up later on. Showed my portfolio to my super hot girlfriend in December. This morning I found out I don't have a girlfriend anymore.
That's
Jose Casillas.
accurate.
I think we have a longer bull run with all this lag. It's just any annoying holding and DCAing, fam. Get AA an emoji. Isaac, we need you an emoji, man.
We should.
Come on now. We got to
Maybe.
get on that. All right, so let's get in all these stories. We got a lot of crazy stuff to cover. So even with all this guts and blood everywhere, whales are still buying up your bags. People are selling their Bitcoin straight to Bitcoin whales. You know what the hilarious part about this?
What?
I got a call from my mom or a text. She's like, I just bought a bunch more Bitcoin. She doesn't care. She's not scared. It's so based, right? Because we're sitting here zoomed in with this magnifying glass on the markets. And she's like, it looks like a good deal, honey. And she goes and buys it. I'm just like, you are awesome. Absolutely awesome. Now, oh man, Crypto Steve is not fading Murad coins. He's writing that shit down to zero.
Nice.
Isaac.
Yes.
So CZ is about to go to prison.
CZ is about to go to prison. Thank God.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll stop fading my bags and my
Yeah.
trading bags.
Well, you know, that's something me and my wife were talking about. It's like, we got to get into it in a little bit here. But Solana, $122. Prison for CZ. Now, where's Grafane? I got to go in. I got to do it,
like-
dude.
It's real low. It's like 36 million.
We're low.
Down only
Oh,
$36 million
no.
market cap as we speak at like
pain.
what? Yeah, 30 cents.
Oh, look, you got the devil's number there, 3666.
Oh gosh, I think I need to sell just because of that alone.
I mean, you're selling at extreme lows.
I know I am extremely down.
Oh my god, this is so. I wonder where Virtuals is. Some people are asking me about Virtuals if it's going to bounce back. Like, honestly, like maybe some of these AI agents are going to bounce back. Many of them will go to die, though. Aaron Curry, Drew, let's ditch crypto and start a chicken business together. You know what? I have gotten, you know, my wife,
Oh,
she's
God.
convinced me to build a large extension to the chicken coop.
See, that is something I could also get behind. for
Dude, you should come help me.
Dude, let's do it.
Let's have a chicken coop building extravaganza
Yes.
at my house. I'm also going to be cooking you some lamb. I got some lamb T-bone styles.
Let's do it.
All right. Ramen noodles only till we pump.
I had ramen noodles last night, like 12. They're
Yeah.
spicy.
Yeah, I mean, the ramen noodles is what it is for the time being here. Virtuals is, at least Virtuals hasn't gone into like the red territory from its original pump zone
Yeah.
or like original release realm.
Mm-hmm.
But man, just look at the immense pullback here. Jesus. Let's keep moving through all the stories here. This is so crazy. Now, this from 5G What If, right? And he's highlighting our current situation. A large haircut and a Marge Simpson pattern. Down here, even lower at $80,000. Also highlighting this dippity doo-dah. And I got to remind people, macro, there's a lot of really respected technical analysts that were saying that we were headed back down into bear market when this 49K move happened from the yen carry trade.
Yeah.
But this is a great little highlight. Look at this.
Beautiful.
Look at this. Boop. Little bit, little low, scare people out. And then a nice Marge Simpson pattern. And then chaos envelops. So there's a lot. It's one of two tails. Either this is the top in a double top, just like we're looking at back here, or we're at a situation with the momentary pause, the stumble to, the pump up, the reset, and then the mega pump. It's one or the other, and if people have the conviction that, it's over with, just sell. I am not here to convince people to hold their crypto. Like, my job is to report on banking infrastructure problems, why I hold my crypto, and how I am consolidating what I'm investing into. That is it. Best source of protein for under $10. Chicken drumsticks, bag them in olive oil and your favorite seasoning, and bake in the oven for $450 for 30 minutes. Okay.
Interesting.
I might have to give that, what I got for lunch, I just had a smoked pulled pork sandwich.
I know. I watched you. It looked really good.
Yeah, it was delicious. Now I'm going to have smoked chicken for after the workout here. So Texas Senate just passed a bill to create a state-level Bitcoin reserve. Now it's waiting for the House. We already covered this on Friday, but this is just further movements, and I'm tracking the Texas Bitcoin Reserve Act very closely, one of the largest economies on the planet. And also this, CZ says too much money is spent chasing small, quick gains in crypto. Focus on ethical teams that build for the long term. Big money is built slowly with stamina. Now,
you get stamina in jail.
Yeah.
He's going to get more when he goes back.
There's a lot of feelings towards CZ, especially from the Solana community.
And me, especially.
But there is something that he's saying that's valuable here, is like investing in teams that have a longer vision. You don't make that money overnight like you see in memes or in these like micro cap plays, but over the long term, then those end up winning. That's why, it's like the order of which I find the best surety or, solidity in. Bitcoin, number 1. Link is actually number 2.
Yes.
Ethereum's not really on that list in my mind because the price pumpamentals are kind of not really there. I don't know. I mean, everyone wants to convince me that the pumpamentals are there, but I see 100 different off and on ramps to go around Ethereum now. And I'm just, the gas fees, everyone's like, bring me back $500 gas fees. I just don't see it happening. But if we're getting into these get rich quick scheme things, if you're up, dude, just take your damn profits. Okay. Good morning, Granny's Garden. He pulled his pork. Everyone wants me to talk about ICP, or not everyone.
Most people.
For most, not even most people. I think there's just a couple people. ICP is that thing. I just think you're a little too early to the crowd, to the show. There's a thing about being too early on a project.
That is true.
ICP might be one of those in my mind. Like I did trade in and out of it pretty effectively, but that's more something I'm watching for next cycle here. Also, this is crazy. The total loss of the Trump family project World Liberty Fi's current portfolio has reached $110 million. The non-crypto purchase with its $336 million of funds are now worth $226 million. ETH accounts for 65% of that portfolio and is also the asset with the largest loss. Oh my God, bro.
Holy cow.
Holy God. Okay. And so the only thing that's guaranteed in life is death, taxes, and change. Okay. Change is a must. And
mainly taxes and death.
Yeah. Is that something my dad actually, that's how I grew up. Those were things that my dad told me.
Oh,
those
nice.
are the things that are guaranteed. Sack Nasty voted for Cato. No, he didn't. I literally don't think anybody in the chat voted for Kamala Harris. Like, it's okay. I won't shame you.
I will.
But please let me know if there's anyone out there that voted for Kamala Harris. I really doubt it. I really doubt that. So Ethereum accounts for 65% of World Liberty Fi's portfolio and is the asset with the largest loss. That is absolutely insane. The average purchase cost of Ethereum is $3,240, while the current price is only $2,000. Let's see, is ETH even at $2,000 right now? Oh my God! Look we're getting more haircut. 79.6.
Oh, beautiful.
ETH is holding on by its fingernails. $2,006. My God! Holy shit! This is so crazy. Yeah, I just please put a poll. Did you vote for Kamala? And don't be ashamed if you did. It's okay. Probably. if you voted for Kamala Harris. You might not get deported. All right, now, God.
Jesus.
If I'm ever the president, there are some serious problems coming to America.
Yeah, I'll
tell you what.
agree with that.
Like, the old school realm of thought that was like, I had some things happen to my daughter at a playground this weekend, and pretty aggravating to see where this whole, DEI white shame thing has led us to.
Mm.
I won't get into it, but racism can go both ways, right? It's not okay to be racist either way. It can go both ways. I think it's gone to the extreme left. It's causing some problems. It's highly aggravating. I'm about to get really banned off the internet, so I'm going to keep moving on. Israel has halted electricity to the Gaza Strip. This is interesting to see. No end in sight for this conflict here. And also, the guy that Netanyahu was so glad to get out of Syria?
Maybe
So
not.
Syria has turned into I don't know if genocide is the right word, but they're mass murdering Christians in Syria.
Oh, yeah. They're doing that.
I can't show the images, but the guy who was in place, they all called him some kind of crazy tyrant. They got him out of the way, and now basically a Christian genocide is going on right now. So this is a black site subject, but makes me pretty upset. And
100%.
this whole like tying our hip to Israel and America are the same. No, they're not. And we don't have to be. We could be nationalists. H-Bar Bean, well, let's talk about RWA. Why is Hedera slept on? My wife actually she bought Hedera, so I haven't necessarily slept on it. It is part of the portfolio. I think most of my previous concerns with Hedera were the inflationary pressure to it. But I said it would pump probably better than XRP. It's in that ISO realm.
Yeah.
And who else is in that? Stellar. Stellar is in the RWA sector as well. So, Syria also had a big earthquake and their mosque fell down. Jeez. Syria's actually.
Yeah, they did have one. It was, I can't remember.
God.
It was what? I can't remember the magnitude of it.
Okay.
It was huge.
Yeah. 7% vote for Kamala. So I was wrong. Someone out there did vote for. How many votes do we have on that?
Let's take a look.
How many people? Oh, you ended it already? I wanted to gather as many as I
my
could.
bad. 80 people voted.
Okay, so a couple
Yeah.
people voted for her. Fair enough.
Not bad.
Fair enough. All right. Now, China. You owe Missouri $24 billion. We just want a judgment in court. Pay up or we start seizing assets and farmland. Very based message from Attorney General Andrew Bailey. Out of Missouri, holding China accountable for all of its misgivings. And now it's got some assets left behind that they was scooping up in the great state of Missouri that likely will be seized by the state. Have fun chewing on that one, Xi Jinping. Now this, if you find this bug in your garden, Isaac, do not touch it.
Why not?
Okay?
It looks fun.
Have you ever seen the quality? And chat, let me know if you know where this bug is from. It is a cult classic movie, and this brought extreme happiness to me. As I was sitting there watching the bags tumble downhill, this is the scariest bug. This is the bug of nightmares. Nice. Isaac, do you know where that bug is from?
I do not know.
Why are you so uncultured?
I'm not uncultured. I have better things to do than sit on my ass and watch movies.
All right, so here it is. But you got to sit on your ass and watch this movie.
Okay.
It's Starship Troopers. Okay. This is a must. This is it. This is the look. Look at that thing. Look at this bug.
Nice.
Look at that bug. Oh my God. He throws a grenade in its back, Isaac. That's where this goes. Okay.
Beautiful.
Just so you know how cool this movie is. It is truly one of the best. So shout out to Starship Troopers. We need cult classic. We need to bring them back. They just don't make it. They don't make movies like they used to. Also, what was the other one? The one I asked you about this morning. Demolition Man.
Demolition Man. Yeah.
Oh man, we gotta get a movie night. We're gonna cook you some lamb.
We're gonna
watch
build some shit in the backyard and watch Demolition Man.
That's true. Isaac is a youngin, right? Is a youngin. Dizzy was a babe. Yeah, you gotta watch that movie. Not Deezy. Okay, not to be confused with Deezy. Now, Sam Bankman-Fried reportedly has been sent to solitary confinement for unauthorized jailhouse interview with Tucker Carlson, per the New York Times. Sam, not having a good time, but he's got to get his moment.
You labeled this section of the show Isaac's Backyard.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it is.
I did, yeah. Now, Morgan Stanley, we now see higher inflation in 2025 with more pronounced and sooner reacceleration in goods and prices. The mix of firm inflation and low unemployment could put the Fed in a bind. So this is quite a loaded subject, what we're talking about here. Kobayashi Letter's talking about it. Does the U.S. government want a recession? In 2025, $9.2 trillion of U.S. debt will either mature or need to be refinanced at higher rates, mind you. The quickest way to lower rates ahead of a colossal refinancing would be a recession. Very interesting, kind of scary thoughts here. Could the U.S. benefit from a market crash? Now, pull this down. I want to kind of take us through just a flash course on, I'm going to do a more in-depth video about this tonight. Okay, I'm going to be diving into this pretty concisely, what I'm about to bring up to you, but there are some insane things happening today. $1 trillion is due back to the Treasury from mid-sized and small banks across the country. This is a old but good article from Harvard Law. U.S. commercial real estate is headed towards a crisis. This was put out. Pull this up, Isaac.
Nope, wrong button.
Yep. July 23rd, 2024. Okay, U.S. commercial real estate is headed towards a crisis. Now we move on. U.S. banks face a reckoning over the next 2 years. See, and this is a highlight from a long time ago. The $1 trillion that's due this month starts today, March 10th.
Indeed.
More than $1 trillion in commercial real estate loans will come due. Conference board calculations using MSCI real assets data. Now we dive into this. Here's the death. Here's the problem. And, you know, I do have a video that I don't know if I'm going to be pulling up, but usually, you know, problems and unwindings of systems come in waves where you have this kind of trigger wave. The wave gets a little bit bigger, a little deeper. It gets tighter, more violent. And now we have the insane, violent downturn. And this represents unrealized gains and losses on investment securities, most of these commercial real estate securities held by banks. Okay. So now we move forward. This is what those commercial real estate locations at large have looked like under the sell pressure over the past few years. This triple net investor, prime medical office retail building in Chicago, sold for a shocking 78% discount. 200,000 square foot Clyburn corridor sold for $20 million or $100 per square foot.
Nice.
What did it sell for in 2004? Long time ago. Dollar was much more powerful back then. Keep in mind, $89 million and was worth far more at its peak. This is not a meme coin rug. This is commercial real estate valuations that we're talking about here. A massive pullback on that. Blackstone says U.S. offices are now 2% of the portfolio from 60%. They used to make up 60% of the portfolio in 2007. Now it's 2%.
Jesus.
10% of office buildings in New York City are not distressed. New York City building recently sold for 30% less than the 2006 sale price and $900 billion. And U.S. commercial real estate debt coming due from Kyle Scallon. This is office leading slumps in the U.S. commercial real estate values. And really, apartments have on there. Move my face out of the way so they can see this. So you got offices, the biggest slump. Apartments, well up there. And, you know, you're seeing rents pull back because they're just trying to fill it, not have vacancies. Self-storage properties also. Industrial and mall is interesting. And industrial makes sense because we're kicking the manufacturing back up and trying to kind of nationalize the production there. Malls, though. Malls ticking up to a little bit there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the move. Now we keep digging into this. What does it mean? Foreclosures are on the rise. Value of seized commercial assets held by lenders is ticking back up. And this massive wave is the 2007 crisis. It receded. And then we had 2020 happen. A Chinaman sneezed at a wet market with bats funded by our tax dollars. And now everyone's got the ability to work from home. These office buildings are losing value and no one's there. So the foreclosures are skyrocketing once again. And this is the underwater level of commercial real estate loans right now that these banks are holding. Absolutely crazy. You can pull this down now. So in my video tonight, I am going to be explaining why crypto is not sexy unless there is a massive, massive problem to fix. Okay. I have gotten into crypto because I do not trust these banks that are sitting on that unrealized losses graph that I just showed you to house my money. That is where it comes from. The price action of Bitcoin is just a simple additional thing that I get out of it. Really, the main thing is using one of these things, a cold storage card, and being my own bank. This is why I'm in crypto. Now, and it really started with being able to communicate freely when it looked like Tyranny Actual was coming, and they were going to lock us down for real. And communication was very, very important. But also then, as I see the bank unwinding that is in front of us right now, being our own bank is just as important. So absolutely crazy times. Could the U.S. benefit from a market crash? This gives reason for Jerome Powell to create some emergency loan package or start up true and tried quantitative easing. And now TJ had some great comments to my post. He's like, they could just repackage it, which is absolutely something that they did with the bank term funding program. That was quantitative easing just specifically meant for banks. But they could, it's either one of two options. Either they repackage the bailout and then make it again specific for banks, or they do a massive liquidity injection into the economy at large, and then things start going nuts from there. So it is either or option. And then Trump out here with Elon Musk finding absolutely crazy amounts of fraud here. Let's have a listen. He's talking about hundreds of billions of dollars worth of fake government contracts being found.
Done is unbelievable. Now, you could then add some, well, but what about he's found hundreds of billions of dollars worth of fake contracts, and I read them, just a tiny portion of them, the other night. Transgender surgery on mice, hundreds of, I mean, the money they're spending on all of this stuff, the whole thing's a scam. And you'll find ultimately that the money that they sent comes back to a lot of the people that made those deals, okay? You're going to find that. What he's also done is made people realize how many people should be cut. Because normally you go in and you say, all right, cut 4% of your workforce. He said cut 50%, 60%, 70%. That's a big thing. Now, he's done a great job.
This is insane.
That's nuts.
To see how deep those losses are, and then we're shilling out billions of dollars to create tranny mice. What are we doing here? Also, someone has a question about holding Morpho on the Arculus cold storage device. Yes, indeed. I hold Morpho on my Arculus cold storage device. I hold Aerodrome on there, Plume. I mean, you have to add a custom token, and then you search, and you got to make sure you're adding it on the right network. Mine are on base for Morpho, and I think Aerodrome is too. Here, I'll look. But you have to make sure you add the thing kind of custom. You have to add the, let's go here. Yeah, so at the very bottom, so under coins, you scroll to the bottom, manage assets, and there you can add custom ones. My Plume is on ETH. My Morpho is on base. So there you go. You can kind of figure it out from there. Aerodrome, it looks like it's on base too. But you got to scroll all the way to the bottom and then manage assets within the app. So, yes, it absolutely can. And Plume, speaking of Plume, Plume's been holding up pretty good. Have you seen that?
I have.
Not bad. Not bad. And you know what? It feels validating. Like leaning it, because I get told about probably 200 coins but from different people throughout each week. Okay. Now, where is Plume? 13.70, 13 cents, 13.5 cents. Really? I'm actually up on this thing. That's pretty cool. Really, the deepest pullback that I had was down to about 9.8 cents. I don't even think it ever actually hit 9 cents flat, maybe for like 1 minute, possibly. But it basically, the floor of this thing is built at about 10 cents. All the building about it's about 12 and a half cents for it. So still slightly up. Just nice to see it not go to hell and die with the rest of the market right now.
That's fair.
So shout out to Plume. It is a partner of the Ondo, and I think it's more specified RWA representation. Ondo's going to have its own chain. Is X down? I wonder if X is still down. Yes, X was down for me. Mr. Sack Nasty. I don't even think we're streaming on X right now, are we?
We are not streaming on X
Okay.
because it would shut down our entire streaming
Yeah,
program.
it was glitching out. Dude, this has been a difficult day.
It has been.
Been a difficult day. Yeah, X is still down, so that's kind of crazy. Now, moving on from training mind. This is the kind of how things unwind, Isaac. I like, and not necessarily agreeing with every single one of these predictions, but just the general ebb and flow of cause and effect is something we need to take into account after looking at the unrealized losses we just experienced.
We can expect a dramatic escalation in the agenda. This escalation will likely come in waves where everything seems as if it's okay for a while, then there's a new problem. That new problem could be something such as a cyber attack that temporarily takes down the power grid in most parts of the internet, leading to another shortage in the food supply. Then, after some time, that will calm down, but the solution to the problem will be to increase restrictions online to verify everyone's identification. Ultimately, this is to further silence the citizens from speaking out. Then, after a series of events, we should expect another major wave of COVID variants, along with waves of lockdowns. As that subsides, it would again bring additional restrictions. Without any influence by us, it's plausible in the next few years to expect these events, along with a likely economic collapse, possibly culminating in a major war by the end of the decade. This wave pattern brings us, the subjects, right to a breaking point before relieving the pressure. It allows a gap to forget the previous hard time and accept it as normal, which reduces the threat of building a resistance.
So this design, not to mention the time frame of 2030, the hyper politicization of literally everything in our lives, nation states breaking rank, the U.S. pulling and signaling it once out of NATO, this nod over to Russia that maybe we don't have to hate each other so much, China getting pissed off about that, China wants Taiwan, then absolute war escalations in the Middle East. Like, things are getting kind of spicy, but the design of this is really what I want us to pay attention to. Is you have just this general kind of rounded, pull this up again, Isaac. You have kind of like a rounded top, a little less rounded, but the waves start to get more and more constricted. This goes for macroeconomics. This goes for political tensions. This goes for just general wavelengths in total. Like, I mean, and honestly, yes, you have time frames where wavelengths are stable, but at a point, they will become constricted. The reactions become more violent, and the reaction after that overcorrects. You know what I mean? So these are things I'm keeping in mind. I am not interested in not having chickens on my land. I am not, taking my guard down when it comes to watching out for civil unrest every day. That goes for DNA activation too. See, even and BJ, I talk to him like pretty much every day. And he's like, he spent some time, I can't remember if he's like a chemist or something, a biochemist or something. But it seems like I understand what he's saying on the aggregate, but then his $100 words, I have no idea what he's talking about. But we come to the same conclusions about things. Very interesting. Office of Comp Controller Currency has just declared that national banks are now allowed to custody crypto assets so they can hold all of the assets that you're selling at these lows and giving up on the market before it actually turns over again. That's nice. U.S. banks can now be validators on public networks on Ethereum.
Nope.
Custody crypto for customers. Never let them do this. Don't let them do this. Just because it's available doesn't mean you have to go do it.
Facts.
Hold stable coins. This is the most important thing, is holding stable coins, being able to hold the liquidity. That's important. Load up on guns, eggs, and sats. That's right, James. That's a pretty simple solution to all of the chaos that I am looking down the barrel of over the next 10 years. Guns, food, like eggs, or got goats, milk. I want to get a goat. I was at the barbecue place. This guy told me about this miniature goat that he's got. I kind of want to get the miniature goats. And Satoshis, Bitcoin, absolutely. And real estate, it comes within that eggs, the food production side of things. Don't you think you should be able to have your own custody and not the bank have custody of your holdings? Absolutely, Stacey.
Exactly
Absolutely.
why we use Arculus.
Yeah. But, to see this mainstream adoption of it, then you're going to get more and more people kind of comfortable with the idea. Because we sit here, we look at crypto, we think it's like everyone already knows about a Bitcoin, what a Bitcoin is, and then they know about a Bitcoin reserve. They don't know what the hell's going on. They don't know. They're just trying to pay for their lives and keep their heads above water, basically, right now. Speaking of keeping your head above water, look at the M2 money supply. It's rising at the fastest pace in 30 months. So the last time we saw the M2 money supply rising at these levels we're seeing was right before flu season. And look at this. So this thing was already rising before there was a reason to print half the dollars in circulation. There was already a reason for them to use our tax dollars to create a pandemic and lock down the economy, thus implementing printing like we've never seen before. It was absolutely cooked into the books. Absolutely. There is no denying this. The data speaks for itself. There was already a reason for them to print the way they did before someone sneezed across. And you know what? We as taxpayers helped fund the creation of that gain of function research.
We did.
How's that feel? They used our own money against us. Let's hear it. It's got Alyssa. Basement, should I cut my losses on virtuals and buy something else? Mainly holding Ondo, Arrow, Render, Aether, Akash, Morpho, and Plume. Appreciate the channel. New here. So at large, I'll say this, that I'm liking the... Okay, so I'm kind of biased. I get that. But I like Ondo. I like Arrow. Render, I wonder if it's going to come back.
Me too.
I wonder. I don't hold any Render. I sold my bag at $10. I told you I sold my bag at $10. Every time I sell huge chunks of my bag like that, it's because my wife wants to build something. Is this a top signal? She wants to build something else.
This is like I thought you said there's like 2 things she's trying to build right now.
Dude, she's trying to build new bathrooms and like new carport. Like I'm sitting there looking at the charts and everything's just covered in blood and red, and I'm just getting wrecked. Relatively speaking.
I got something.
And she's like got a tape measure out. And she's like measuring the shower pan, and she's measuring the vanity. And then she's on, we get on Home Depot, and I'm just like, God, is this the top again? Every time she does this. But she does it in greed moments. She's doing it in fear moments. Extra pain. Ooh, for meaningless. Oh my God.
Fine.
But at large, this M2 money supply, I do think is going to kind of mirror Bitcoin's price action. What it is that Bitcoin is 72 days offset from this action actually coming to the Bitcoin market. So where are we at in terms of price right now? 79.5. Oh. And also this is kind of crazy. I was showing Kelly this morning. Let's go to the daily. So this is a bullish divergence. Look at this.
It is.
Lower lows on the candle bodies. Higher lows on the RSI. Bullish divergence right there on the daily. We don't get this too often. So I'm actually kind of enticed by this. It's been quite some time since I've been able to see a signal where we had higher lows on these RSI and momentums and then lower lows on the candle bodies on the daily. This is why, I came to work. I'm snooping around for long. I'm not talking some 3x, 5x long.
36x leverage. Like always.
You know what? I like longing out of murder. Okay. What I on this chart is murder to Bitcoin. I'm kind of tempted. Like I want to give it some time. Really, when I decide to pull the trigger, it's based off the daily, and then let's go to the 15-minute.
No, you said 1 minute earlier.
Well, the 1 minute's what you use to have a heart attack.
I know.
So the 15-minute, I got to see it kind of cool down and see some solid green dotty built in here. You can see when you get a green dot that's at a deep momentum wave pullback on the 15, usually that ends up going pretty damn nice. These ones, it's not deep enough for me yet, but should we see that, and it's kind of crazy that trend line is there. But if we come back down or just a little bit below this trend line, that would make this momentum wave go down into that negative zone, and then I'd feel pretty good about it. So I am watching that today. But in general, I'm not worried about Bitcoin or crypto going to hell, even though it feels like it.
Yeah.
And I can tell nobody takes any, why is nobody taking profits actively through the process? Why am I the bad guy for having taken profits through this market so far? Right?
I wish I took more profits.
We should use as a lesson to take profits. When things are really good, when you see that 3-5x.
You never go poor taking profits.
That's right. That's right.
Matter of fact,
It's
you
okay to
become
pay
more
yourself.
rich.
It's really okay. Now, just a couple more things I'll touch on here. Sergi, getting a shout out from the people at World Liberty Fi wouldn't be possible without Chainlink. You are a true legend of the space. Here's Sergi with his big balls talking at the Trump summit. Let's have a listen.
I just want to express my deep
face.
gratitude for the seriousness with which you're approaching our industry.
Look at Brad's at the kitty table. Brad's at the kitty table with no microphone.
And how you're actually helping guide it in the right direction. I've worked with many central banks in other countries, and when I was working there, I was wondering why I, as an American citizen, can't help the United States financial system reach this higher level that the world is on course towards generally. And so I'm very grateful that finally there's been a new level of kind of common sense and adoption of these ideas.
So he's speaking not like a crypto bro or a crypto founder. This guy is speaking like someone who's already got it locked up with the banking infrastructure.
And also as a normal American citizen.
At a normal American citizenry, but also a fantastic beard.
Indeed.
And the balls to grab the mic. And it doesn't look like Garlinghouse even had a mic.
I know. Looks
So that's something to take note of. But you know what? After seeing that summit, hold on, I gotta. This is my.
You are banned!
Ooh,
great. I did it.
you did.
Yeah.
Oh, moo-woos,
Meaningless got banned for 1 minute
dude.
because he said he was going to become a billionaire off of Shiba Inu.
Well, a billionaire in Shiba tokens, maybe. Okay. Potentially,
Sure.
he could already be a billionaire in Shiba tokens.
You could.
Now, the last stuff we want to cover here, because the nightly video is about that summit, Chainlink.
Yeah.
Why my fortitude in Chainlink has only grown, swoller, thicker. Also, this internal emails from Ripple in the SEC lawsuit reveal the company was directly promoting the narrative Bitcoin is controlled by China. Also, Bitcoin was bad for the environment. Seeing these things is what kind of pushed me over the edge of that big bag of XRP I had.
Yeah.
Everyone says it comes to me like, aren't you sad you sold your XRP? No, I'm not sad. And I still hold some so I can dance around your graves having lower entry points than it on it than you do anyways. But seeing them go after Bitcoin, it's like the little ground of which crypto is built upon, very low blow. Say network, we need to track this one after the show, Isaac. Say in TVL, looks like it's going pretty strong right now on DeFi Llama. Aerodrome, rolling out tokenized coin stock wrapped coin on base via Aerodrome. I think people are underselling and underestimating this as well. Now, we also have this coin. Crypto Twitter mentions of Sonic are going parabolic. So people are liking Sonic. We need to make sure these TVLs are true and tried because TJ was saying some real shit. Sometimes they game the TVL to make it look good. Third signal in 12 years from Mr. Anderson, though. The green dot. These are the overall altcoin markets. Now, where things are right now, people that are giving up, I mean, this is Bitcoin, really. This is logarithmically laid out. But I really, really doubt that that's all we have in store for the crypto markets. And what we have is like Trump talking about a Bitcoin reserve.
Yeah.
But we also have Binance and other massive market makers manipulating the shit out of the markets through Wintermute and other avenues. Binance has done something good. They offboarded a market maker and forbids it from any further market making activities on the platform due to its misconduct. So they're doing some movement to stop the arbitrage, but literally, like, my wife brought it up. She's like, "Oh, this is great for Bitcoin." You know, I felt it in my mind as well. It's like there needs to be something seriously done about these market makers and their market manipulation. Like, this would not be okay. I mean, JP Morgan does with silver, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there needs to be some way to reel it in here. Holy God. Because the market manipulation, absolutely crazy. Mixing the drink with the power move. I mean, maybe it's just what needs to happen. You know what I mean? It's just what needs to happen, folks. So I love and appreciate every single one of you that's out here trying to change your life and outpace inflation and become your own bank through the power that is given to us through crypto. Through this time, we must remain steadfast and based and not sell our crypto to the psychopaths and the lizards and the pedophiles at the top of the heap. We must become our own bank, stack Satoshis, stack real estate, hold on and add to your gun holdings.
Yep.
Get some chickens,
Indeed.
create your own food, and take care of your families.
That's great.
That is the magic mixture of how to be the strongest man out there. Limit buy orders to use that leverage. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of excited about this. I mean, I'm kind of eyeing another chance at 78 maybe. But as Shady Bandito says, we shall survive. So I'll be paying attention to that leverage trading. I'm going to go hit the gym. Love and appreciate every single one of you out there in the chat. Make sure to share this message out with a friend who needs to hear it. And I'll see you on the next one. Till the next one, Drew Thoughts.
Say what's up to Kelly for us.